Are you crying?
No.
You're right there, Carla Marie?
Yeah.
You're crying. Why are you crying?
I don't want to cry.
No, I'm not asking. I'm just asking you what made you feel that way. And this was really cool to see, especially because we got fired from Seattle. 1 out of 5 responses were from the state of Washington, which is really cool to see. And if you look at the screen,
I thought no one here liked us.
If you look at the screen, well, that's what we were told. Check this out, Carla Marie. I haven't showed you this yet. I was working on this until like 2 a.m. last night.
Oh, great.
Why won't it open? There we go.
That's where everybody lives?
This is, so we have some Eastern Washington, some kind of central here. We're out on the peninsula. We're all the way down in Vancouver. But then you look at like where our listening audience was when we were on Power and Kiss. How cool is this to see?
Whoa, who lives all the way by the National Park?
There's 2 people out here. I don't have their names written down. That'd be weird. But I have it all by zip code here.
I wonder if they know each other.
But look at how cool that is.
Jordy Matthews said, I love charts. This is Anthony's, like he's
probably... Oh, I love this.
Ooh, that's a great question from Sarah.
What?
How is your job search going? I was unemployed last year and it was the worst.
I'm assuming, Sarah, that means you have a job now.
Which is awesome.
Congratulations on that. So the job search it's interesting. We've had
that same word.
3 really great discussions. I wouldn't call them even interviews because 2 out of the 3 were with people that we knew for a long time beforehand, and we can still work with them in any capacity. And it's not like a full-time gig, but it's a very good gig.
And I would say that also we weren't necessarily searching.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, like Anthony said, we have had a few conversations lately, and they're all completely different things.
Yeah.
And like, it sucks that we can't like, some of them are
well, there's like a podcast
discussion
we had where each of us, whether it's separate or together, might host these special series of podcasts.
Which is like, again, along the lines of what we want to do in building this brand. Mm-hmm. Like in a perfect world, we each do get to do other projects together and other projects separately. It doesn't mean that we don't do the Carla Marie and Anthony show. It just means that our brand is growing and we get to do more things.
No, one of those separate projects, the guy called me and it was being pitched yesterday, I guess. So we'll see what happens with that. The other is more of a creative... Oh, man, how would you even describe it? It's kind of like a creative blank slate.
It's a position that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's just someone who we know, who we're friends with, who is like, hey, how can we work together on this? Like, what would it take for you guys to be a part of this project / company, and how can we work together? And in that facet, still doing the Carla Marie and Anthony show on Twitch.
And then there was another thing that actually was involved in the radio world. That's the only real radio discussion that we've had at all. But it was very promising, and it was cool to talk to someone that we didn't know yet.
Didn't know our story, actually.
From a different company that we hadn't worked with. And no, definitely not 0-100, by the way. It was cool to see that we were appreciated in our industry from someone who had never worked with us and never even worked for the same company.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, there's still people at iHeartRadio that I love. Absolutely.
I talked to Danielle and Sam both so far this morning, and our friend Colleen, and I've been texting Elvis too.
But we grew up with those people.
Yes.
And one of the things that happened when we got out to Seattle was people outside of Z100 started working with us, whether they were national like managers or people here in Seattle. And a lot of people thought that the only reason we were where we were was because of Elvis. And not to say that he wasn't a huge part of it. He gave us a lot.
He gave us our platform, everything.
But to talk to someone from a different company who didn't know our story, who doesn't know our backstory, didn't even know a lot of our connection with Elvis, and know that they appreciated us for who we were and the things that we've done and the things that we can do, that was really, really cool to see, because for so long we were made to feel like we didn't deserve to be where we were by people that we worked with who said, oh yeah, if it wasn't for Elvis, you guys probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is why this list, I got so excited putting this together yesterday, because these were all people that we were told we would never connect with. Why would you bring 2 people from New York and put them in Seattle? They're never going to understand this city. Why does anyone even care that they're here? Like, we heard those things from people that we were supposed to trust on a daily basis. So all of these people, not that they're more important than the rest of our audience that lives elsewhere in the country. But there's a special significance to what we were able to do in this city. So that's why I spent an extra probably hour and a half yesterday. You're right there, Carla Marie?
Yeah.
Are you crying?
No.
You're crying. Why are you crying?
I don't want to cry.
No, I'm not asking. I'm just asking you what made you feel that way.
Because it's true.
Which part?
Everything we just said. And like when we got let go, we were literally told maybe you weren't ready to do this. Maybe you weren't cut out for like as that we were being fired.
Yeah. That sucked. Again, from someone who we were supposed to trust for a while.
Like maybe we should have never done this with you guys.
But look at all the positive comments that are coming through the chat. Everyone's saying, let it out there. Let it out there, girl. Cry those ugly cries.
Oh, there is no other cry with me. It's only ugly cry.
Does anyone have a non-ugly cry? No one's ever been like, oh man, look at that person. They look so cute crying.
No.
Are you reading the chat?
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who's sending love in the chat. This is really cool to see. Even names that I don't recognize like as common as some of the other ones. So thank you very, very much.
Max,
you know what I do love? And someone said crazy corporate, like whatever. Someone said something like that in the chat. And my favorite thing is that same person who said that at one point said something like, I just can't wait to be part of your story. Like when we were employed, said, I can't wait to be part of your story when you guys are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
so
everyone wants to be a part of your story when you're
successful,
that part of but they don't want to be a part of it when
nonsense. We'll follow you to anywhere. Thank you, because we don't know where we're going to end up. It's really cool to see, just like seeing all those Seattle names and the names around the country. I mean, knowing that people are listening to us in Alabama and Kansas and Nebraska and California and Florida, New Jersey, obviously, New York, Ohio, Philadelphia, all these amazing places. Seeing all of those names on the list as we were getting ready to send out those limited edition You Look Great stickers was really, it was perfect timing for me to be doing it yesterday. As we're gearing up to maybe make a decision as to what we're going to do next. Yes. How you feeling, CM?
I'm good.
Yeah.
These last, was it 9 months now, have been, I really should have gone to actual therapy instead of just trying to go through this on my own with journaling and everything.
Yeah, but they took our health insurance. So that was a little more difficult.
Okay, I have health insurance.
Hey, you're going to go through the toughest time in your life during global pandemic. We're also going to take your health insurance in 7 days. So good luck. Hope you get to the dentist, you fucking losers. That's basically what they told us. Oh man.
What I was trying to say is that these last 9 months I have done so much to process my emotions. Clearly they still come out, but I don't care. To process my emotions and go through everything that I basically went through the last 5 years, but actually be able to be like, why did I feel like that? Why did that happen? And it feels amazing now at this exact point in time that I can actually talk about it to the people who have been with us for these last 9 months.
What you're going through is not going to be linear, right? You're not going to get to one point where all of a sudden everything is fantastic. You're going to get to a point where things are better, and then you might find yourself randomly crying. You might find, it's never, growth isn't linear. And I think we have to stop selling ourselves on the fact that it is. That, if I just make it to this point, everything will be fine. If I do 18 sessions of therapy, at the end of it, I'm going to be great. No. It's not linear.
I did 18 sessions to get my tattoo removed, and I still have it.
And it's uglier than ever. It's actually the ugly, all you did was pay to get it to be uglier.
No, that's not true.